Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
1 second. Shalom. Check the sound. I can't hear nothing.
Yeah, you should be good.
You get it?
Mhm.
Oh, duh, it's off. I'm on my damn speaker. Alright, cool. Alright. Turn the air back on. Alright, shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem.
Rakakwish. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect that's out there that's laboring on and believe in the names of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Alright, to you we say shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, so make sure once again the feed is on. It's tripping right now. Check it on your phone one more time.
Okay. Yeah, you should be sure.
Alright, cool. Alright, so, Slacky, but pretty much, yeah, we just want to, go in the spirit, go into a few, current events, and just bring out the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Let the brothers know that, hey, man, the Lord is making moves, man. The spirit is going out, all right? And just going to hop right into it. Go ahead and bring it out.
This is an article on RT. It says, school official to host queer youth open mic night at her sex shop. And this was on, what's the date? The 19th?
Yeah.
All right. It says a Washington State school board director plans to hold an event for children at all ages sex shop. A school board director in Washington State, who also happens to own an all ages sex shop, plans to host an event for children called Queer Youth Open Mic Night at her store. All right. And I'm going to skip down some, but it says, Celebrate Youth Pride, a Facebook post for the free event said, come share and hold space for this celebration and stage for young queer voices in our community. All right, give me a second.
Man, this place is getting more bugged out by the day,
Yep.
man.
Just had it right here. It says Jen Mason, who is serving in her 5th year as a member of the Bellingham Public Schools Board of Directors, will hold the June 1st event at her sex shop called Wink Wink Boutique, also located in Bellingham. All queer youth aged 0 to 18 years old are invited to perform at the gathering for the sharing at the gathering by sharing poetry, music, or a story, according to a posting on the shop's website.
So pretty much, man, we're seeing Esau, further push this alphabet agenda down everybody's throats, man. Which leads to this opening precept. This is the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8. And it reads, behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. All right? And this scripture, is twofold, all right? Because first and foremost, it says the Most High, has his eyes upon the sinful kingdom. The eyes goes into the angels, because the angels are everywhere watching, man. They're seeing and recording everything and bringing it back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? And it says, behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. Right? And the other meaning of the scripture goes into how the Most High is going to destroy Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, 2/3 of you, because you are participating in the sinful ways of America, man. And this article the brother just brought out is a main example of why our people need to be put down, man. Because is that a Jake woman? That's an Edomite that's promoting that.
I think it was a Edomite.
All right, but either way, we got our people that's going forth with this whole alphabet agenda, man. and they don't have no issue with it because they pretty much are in the spirit of, either, that's them, that's, if it's not bothering me, I shouldn't care, or, you should just let them be them, man. Which the scriptures say, a homosexual is supposed to be put to death according to the law, man. So for this thing to be constantly pushed upon our people, that shows you that it's an agenda, man.
Okay. This is Revelation 18:4. Because this place, it seems as if it can't get no more wicked, but it's being more and more levels of wickedness each day. This is Revelation 18:4. It says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, 'Come out of her, my people.'" Talking about the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, confusion of face, or not confusion of face, but Israelite foreigners. It says that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. So like in Micah 2, in the book of Micah, arise ye and depart, for this is not our rest. Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. So like the brother said, the Lord has his eyes on that sinful kingdom. Wickedness has reached an all-time high, and it's climbing. So the Israelites, us as a people, we gotta rise and depart, because if not, we will be destroyed along with this place.
Right. And Esau makes everything, he makes, wickedness sexy here in America, because as you can see with this alphabet agenda, man, all right, these people are actually put on a pedestal and given, so-called pride awards. They call them courageous. It's a courageous thing for somebody to come out the closet, to parade themselves being rainbow, which that's a disrespect in itself, because the rainbow is actually a covenant the Lord made with the earth that he was never going to flood it again. But then you take that holy covenant and muddy it up with this BS, man. But Esau, he presents sin unto our people in a light that will make them want to do it. Which, real quick, this is Proverbs 12:26. It says, "The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth them," right? And so Esau constantly puts, sin in front of our people's face. And like I said, he makes it sexy. He makes our people want to go off, man. He makes our people want to be, homosexuals. Makes them want to be drug dealers, be gangsters. They're pretty much anything that the Bible says, that he tells you the opposite, and he makes it look good, and he rewards you for doing it, man. Which is why, once again, the Most High said that his eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. He's going to destroy it from the face of the earth. And so if you jakes, don't want to get caught up in that destruction, it will behoove you to repent, so that you don't, end up on the wrong side of that judgment, man. You got more?
This is Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 24. Because if you don't come up out of Babylon the Great, you got destruction to look forward to. Proverbs 7 and 24 says, "Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth," being the words of the scriptures. "Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths." So don't follow the ways what's pushed in America, because this lifestyle is actually a death style. It says, "For she hath cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her." And you go, what's the one precept? Sirach 19:2 says, "Wine and women will cause men of understanding to fall away." So being immersed in this place, man, again, it's no other way that you can put it. Proverbs 14:12, it's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So just following this place, man, it's gonna get you death. It says her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. There it is.
Yep. And that goes to show you, man, they try to make, America seem like this is what you need to be doing. This is the way you need to be living. But once again, us being reborn, having our minds renewed, having our spirits reborn, and having our minds renewed within the truth. All right, we understand, like the brother said, that everything America promotes here as a so-called lifestyle is actually a death style, man. All right, and to add on to that, this is Romans 1:25. Who changed the truth, how by Shem Yahushai, into a lie, and worship and serve the Creator more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. All right, and that's Esau. Esau changed the truth of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai into a lie. And this is why everything that is paraded here as being, righteous is shunned upon, man. Reading the Bible, you're looked at as a lame or a square. you know, not participating in the ways of Babylon the Great, looked at in a different light because wickedness is upheld here, man. All right, and ultimately, this kingdom, this lifestyle, choices that everybody's given, it's all about self glorification. You know, made it everybody's a narcissist now. All right, and they don't worship Yahweh Shem Shah. They're all about what Esau promotes, man. Verse 26. For this cause, Yahweh Shem Shah gave them up unto vile affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature, and likewise also the man, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of the error which was met. Right. So this whole, alphabet agenda is nothing but a big, mind fuck, man. All right, because really what happened was the Most High gave people over to them demons, man. So, like that article had mentioned, these women that are promoting, this alphabet gang, it said what from 1 to 18 years old,
0 to 18 years old.
That's wicked, man, because them shoving that lifestyle choice down women, women and men, children first, and then onto them. All right, you're pretty much giving them, over to demons, man, which really is the Most High doing it. But still, you want to stay far away from the parents of evil, like the scriptures say, man. Show you that this place is systematically trying to make our people go off against the Most High, man.
Yeah, script. And that's ultimately because they're trying to offset prophecy. They're trying to hold on to that to their rulership.
Yeah.
Because go back to the old playbook. Judith 5:17.
Yep.
Because they know that if they keep us in a state of sin, that we not gonna prosper. This is Judith 5:17. It reads, "And whilst they sin not before their power, they prosper, because the Most High that hateth iniquity was with them." So that's why they keep us at a low state, because they trying to hold on to that power. And just like with Sodom and Gomorrah, when pushed that wickedness, they was destroyed. So this is what America has to look forward to.
Right. Any more?
That was it.
I appreciate it.
Okay.
Break down. Psalm 62:4. They only to consult him. It says they delight in lies. They bless.
And the scripture said they delight in lies. They use deception and corruption. They rely on that deception and corruption. If you go to Isaiah chapter 47, talk about them relying on that sorcery. But the Lord has taken away the light of the wicked. Keep going.
They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth. They curse inwardly. Salah.
And scripts also say that they speak sweetly with their lips, but inwardly they what does scripture say, bro?
Seek to overthrow you.
They really have they want war with Jake.
Yeah.
They trying to hold on to their power.
Right. Because just adding on to the point, they want to keep you in a perpetual state of sin so that they can keep you disconnected from Yahweh Shem Shah. As it started, it said that they only consult to cast us down from his ecstasy. So them promoting these different wicked lifestyles upon our people, that's how they're able to keep us, in this low state, man. Because as long as we continue to sin, that's keeps us from coming back to Yahweh Shem Shah in truth and sincerity, man.
Okay.
And as we know, the Lord, He can't look upon us once we sin. All right. So that's why we're in the process now of trying to clean ourselves up, so that we can, come back in the eyes of the Lord in good graces, man. But this devil, that using the homo thing as an example, that's one of many facets that he uses to cast our people down, man, to keep us down, man. All right, because when you go into it, all right, like the scripture said in Romans 1, all right, that degenerate lifestyle is unseemly. All right, man was created for woman. All right, but according to Esau, man, you love is love. Let him tell you. All right, so really what it is you lusting after another man. If you're a man, or if you're a woman with another woman, that's lust, man, and that lust is ultimately going to get you destroyed, man, because the Most High created us to be joined together, man.
I got a script. This is Psalm 50 and verse 20. Verse 20. Just going into how Esau Edom slanders us, speaking against us. All right, this is Psalm 50 and 20 says, "Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother," going into Esau Edom, speaking on Jake. "Thou slanderest thine own mother's son," verse 21. "These things hast thou done," because they thought that, like in Psalm chapter 2, Psalm 83, that these things was going to work. That wickedly devised plan.
Mm-hmm.
It says, you know, thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself. I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. And that's what we seeing. Ezekiel chapter 37. The Lord put the spirit. He gave us his spirit so that we can have an understanding of the scriptures. Because we're being raised up to be a nation of kings and priests. And Esau Edom does not like this.
Mm-hmm. Add to that point.
Okay.
We're going into how the Lord is setting the elect in order before their eyes. This is Revelation 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh Shem Yahushai entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Right. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai has put the spirit back on the elect to pretty much come back into this truth. Right now, man. This is why they go forward with all these different legislations trying to cut down on, free speech. All right. They're trying to attack all these streaming platforms because we seeing, the whole Buffalo shooting and these different, false flags they've been doing behind, when we look, behind, the surface layer of what they're doing, man, it's all to come against us, man. Right? Esau is coming down on so-called, hate crimes and all that, but really, we see what it's really about, man. All right? They want the profits off the internet, man. All right? So with that happening, this devil is scared. Everything that we're going into, you've been seeing Brother touch on with current events, is all to bring forth the family of the word, man, because they're afraid of Israel waking up. All right?
It set you up right there. It's another article. It says Twitter to enhance censorship over Ukraine. It says posts about Ukraine conflict will be labeled or removed if experts designate them as misinformation.
Come on, man.
That going into the Ministry of Truth.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of background on that. Ukraine is pretty close to Russia, as well as Sweden and Finland.
Mm-hmm.
So that put them into a place where they had to react. Because they didn't want their opposing side to be that close to them with their nukes. Basically, the Lord is lining it up to where He put in that Ezekiel 38. He put in that evil thought into Putin's head.
Yeah. And this is why they don't want us, on the internet, man. Because see, we're able to tie what's going on in the world to the scriptures. Let you know that everything that's happening is prophecy, man. All right, and they don't want this Bible, the understanding of this Bible, getting out, man. Because then people are going to start questioning what is going on. They're going to have to look. Somebody has played the role of the devil here in this story, man. And Esau doesn't want the finger pointed at him, specifically those small hat niggas over in the land of Israel, man. So here, this censorship, this whole thing, war on free speech and hate speech and all that shit, is really to pretty much undermine the prophets, man. All right?
Okay. It says Twitter rolled out an update to its crisis misinformation policy on Thursday, saying it will put a warning label on posts about the conflict in Ukraine that fit certain criteria, limiting their ability to be seen. And they just talking about Ukraine, but how this devil moves is like he'll put it on that, but then he justified himself in doing this, so later it's going to apply to different things as well.
Mm-hmm.
It says limiting their ability to be seen, shared, or liked. So basically, you're not going to be able to see it. It says the announcement comes just a day after the resignation of the U.S. government's disinformation czar, Nina Jankowicz, who had advocated for the ability to edit other people's tweets. The policy will be applied globally and guide Twitter's efforts to elevate credible, authoritative information and help to ensure viral misinformation isn't amplified or recommended by us during crises, said Yoel Roth, the company's head of safety and integrity. Let me finish this one out right here. It says, as soon as there is evidence that something posted may be misleading, Twitter will label it with a notice and won't amplify or recommend it in the home timeline, search and explore tabs. Warning notices will be prioritized for high-profile accounts such as those designated state-affiliated media. So basically, they're going to shadow ban accounts of verified users and official government accounts. So basically, going to the famine of the word.
Yep.
So I got a precept.
Mm-hmm.
This is Psalm 32:6. It says, "For this shall everyone that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found." You know, because it's going to come upon a time where the Lord is going to make his prophets' tongue cleave to the roof of their mouth, so that we're not reproving anymore. It says, "Surely in the floods of great waters, being Esau Edom, when he come down with that great wrath, you know, when it's basically in unlivable conditions, you want to come to the Lord before that. It says, they shall not come nigh unto him, you know, because when in wrath, the Lord not gonna be able to be found, you know.
Nope. Doors of mercy are gonna be shut, so you're not gonna get no explanation of why things are going on, man. Yes, no more.
I was going to Amos 8:11.
Fine.
It's Amos 8:11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread and a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." Verse 12. "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it." And it's a saying that basically you don't know how much you want something until you need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you gonna realize that, and at the same time that a prophet was among you. You had somebody telling you what to do. You just ain't want to listen to it.
A good example of that, we always bring it up whenever the brother in Hawaii, they had that whole nuclear missile scare, where they had the thing that everybody got sent that message. So everybody thinking the nuclear missile is about to come hit Hawaii. So what they do, they all ran to his page, and his page had millions of views in less than a few hours, man. So the people know where to find the truth at, but then, like I said, while things are still kosher, they don't want to hear it. During the pandemic, hey, brothers was getting views like crazy because nobody had nothing to do but watch videos, man. So like you said, you're not going to appreciate what you had until it's pretty much gone, man. So the Spirit of the Lord is out here to reprove and rebuke those that need it, so that we can be, found worthy to be saved in the time of deliverance. But you people are going to squander that opportunity, like it tells you in 2 Ezra 9, man. All right, while you had liberty, you loathed it, man. Okay, you didn't want to hear the words of the Lord, man. And so understand that all these different things that's happening, these false flags, and legislation that's being passed, they're getting ready to take the prophets off the internet, man. The famine of word is damn near, approaching quickly, if it's not already here, man. More?
Well, I was gonna get 2 Ezra chapter 5. Basically, just going into the same thing.
Yeah, I had something real quick.
Yeah,
just going back off that article. This is Daniel 8:25. It says, "And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand." But the main point I wanted to get, it says, "And through his policy, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand." So through his different legislations, he's actually, on the surface level, trying to make it seem like he's trying to get all hate groups off. He put up the white terrorist groups, but we all know that that's just a front to get at the prophets, man, to get at us, man. All right, so he's going to allow these different things to transpire. You're going to see more shootings. You're going to see more false flags happening. You might see some bombings or whoever, and guess who's going to be the blame of it? Us. All right. He might have some Edomites do it, but for the most part, he gonna say it's all Israelites that are doing these crimes, man, and have a reason to come down upon us, man. Because understand, this is his rulership, so he can control the narrative. And then you got the media on top of that, where he can use the pretty much dictate the minds of how these people think and paint us as the bad guys, man. All right, that's the main point I want to get on that precept.
Kanye, you want to finish this article out?
Yeah.
All right. Last paragraph says, "Twitter's new policy comes amid uncertainty over billionaire Elon Musk's bid to buy the company and take it private. While Twitter accepted Musk's $44 billion offer, he is now challenging their public filing, citing the number of bots and fake accounts. The SpaceX and Tesla founder has sent satellite technology to the Ukrainian military, but has also spoken out against censorship on Twitter and said he wanted to ensure free speech on the platform."
Which we know that's a farce, man.
Yeah.
This nigga is a puppet for the elite. All right, so him buying out Twitter, and all of a sudden advocating for the right for free speech, man. That's just another way for them to spin the narrative in their favor, man. All right, because no coincidence that after all this happened, all right, you having all these like you had the Joe Biden video where he was butt ass naked whipping that chick. You know, all the people saying all this crazy shit now. You know, all this information coming out. But this why did this happen right after Elon Musk acquired Twitter, man? You know, because Esau, hey, he's in control of both sides of the narrative, man. You know.
Problem, reaction, solution. Hegelian dialect.
That's right. Yeah.
No, it's an article on famine.
Go ahead, bro.
It says Russia will not export food to detriment. So like Russia will not export food to detriment of own market. Top official is going to that famine. You know, because it's prophesied as well that it's going to be a famine in the land.
Mm-hmm.
It says Dmitry Med I don't even know how to say his name, but blame the looming global crisis on the cosmic Puritanism of the West. Russia will not export food to the detriment of its own market. And all these countries is basically like locking off where they exporting goods and stuff to different countries. So it's the only food that's available is going to be the food that's in that specific country. And basically where they're going to have to ration it out. It says of its own market, Deputy Chairman of Russia's Security Council and former President Dmitry said, adding that the West has to blame its own cosmic criticism for the looming crisis. So, and they just point fingers, you know. But they basically trying to cover up their track, what they call it, damage control.
Yeah.
But you know, it's the Lord bringing down that you know that I think it's the staff of bread. You know? Had a precept though. You got it.
Yeah, I was gonna add to that because speaking on that famine, you just had. It says the Bank of England has just sounded the alarm regarding a coming apocalyptic global food shortage. All right, because we see that this famine is orchestrated, man. You know, and it's not just gonna hit different parts of the world. America's gonna feel it too, man, and that's what's gonna affect America the most because America has never been in a state of adversity to this degree, man. You know, and so these people, they watch, you know, the world news sometimes, you know, and they see, you know, starving kids over in Africa. You know, they heard about what happened in Venezuela, what's still going on in Venezuela, Brazil, and you know they don't really feel sympathetic for it because they don't think that will ever come over here. But now that America's starting to feel it too, man, people are starting to see how serious things are getting, man. You know, the gas prices are reaching, you know, phenomenal numbers. I seen yesterday, I think one of y'all posted, that said in certain parts of the United States, they're registering their gas pumps to charge $10 a damn gallon, man.
Well, they say it's gonna reach $10 in the summertime, but here pretty soon it's gonna be $6. But they said that the national average in each state is above $4 now.
Damn.
Yeah. And it's for two reasons. You know, it's a shortage of everything, and then the dollar is worthless. This is Genesis 47:15. It says, and when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? Because a lot of people's gonna pass from that famine. It says, for the money faileth. Hey, and what we see now in current Egypt, the dollar is worthless. You know, and in Revelation chapter 6 and verse 6, it say that you can get a certain amount of food for a certain amount of money. And being in a ration and everything, people having to pay more money because the dollar is failing and it's less supplies. All right, but yeah, just the point, the money is failing and it's a famine. The Lord is sending a famine. All right.
I got to say this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 36. It says, behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods with the Lord, whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth they slack not for a moment, right? And we're witnessing those birth pains happen now, man. All right, these people are starting to feel the crunch. All right, everybody's wondering how they're going to make it through their day-to-day, man. You're working, and your paychecks don't show forth nothing because you can't afford nothing no more, man. The Lord is sending these plagues upon America, man. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack that come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and the sorrow shall come upon it on every side. O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Right. Because we're going to have to come to a point where, hey, we're going to have to figure out, what we're going to do, man. As scripture say, be pilgrims upon the earth, man. Hey, brothers might have to, be on the move, in certain times, man, because things are going to get so bad out here, man, to where we're going to have no choice but to rely on Yahweh Shem Shah, man, which we're already doing, but even more so in that day, man. All right, we're going to have to totally walk out on faith during that time, man. All right.
Colin, I got a precept.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so the elect is gonna trust on the Lord, like the brother said, because if you didn't rise again and depart, you will be destroyed. This is Isaiah 36:6. It says, "Lo, thou trustest in this staff of this broken reed on Egypt." So it's 2/3 out here, and these heathen that trust on Esau, Edom. It says, "Whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him." Hey, so if you trust on America all the way up to the point where they come out with that Karak, that's actually what's going to happen to you. Because if you're leaning on it for support, if you're looking to thrive in this system, that's exactly what's going to happen to you. And what you get for that is destruction. Those ICBM missiles.
That's right.
All right. And then I also wanted to get this right here. This is the rest of that article. It says sanctions. So like, I'm gonna start from right here. It says Medivh's opinion: the West is now backing up because all these hellacious sanctions are worthless when it comes to vital things such as food or energy. Sanctions interfere with everyone's desire to live a normal, prosperous life. So everybody's being affected by these countries' beef, so to speak. It says desire to live a normal, prosperous life. The former Russian president argued the expansion of NATO and mess with the calculations of debts, payments, and other things have aggravated the situation, he said. So it's all this stuff is taking a toll on everybody's life, and it's not gonna stop right here. It's only gonna get worse. And that's why I say right here in 2nd Ezra 15:19, it says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation." So it's gonna be a lot of stuff going on out here. On top of, it's not gonna be any food to eat.
Yeah. It's gonna produce total anarchy, man. Like when you watch The Purge, when you watch movies like American Blackout, and these different movies where the apocalypse, Book of Eli, what's that other one? I Am Legend. These people are gonna be just straight, living like animals in that day, man. Because like you said, with the lack of resources, that's gonna bring out, I gotta do what I gotta do with my family. So niggas gonna be killing each other. People gonna be breaking the house. It's gonna be all hell out here, man. Which is why you don't need Yahweh Shem Shine that day. I got 2 scriptures going into that because this famine is gonna be a big game changer, man. This is Jeremiah 11:22. It says, therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, I will punish them. The young men shall die by the sword, their sons and their daughters shall die by famine. Right. And the Most High is going to be judging these wicked people out here, man. You're going to be seeing a lot of people die by famine. And dealing with the famine, I want to mention that the Lord, according to the scriptures, it says that famine is the worst way to die. Because when you go into, what happens when you starve to death, man, your body literally eats itself alive from the inside out, man. All right? Starts with the fat first and then the muscle.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much your body's eating itself trying to figure out what it can do to help keep you alive, man. So you're literally dying from the inside out, man. That's a horrible way to go out, man. All right. And another one I want to get is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 19. It says, "Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother." Like the brother went into in that 2nd Ezra, man. It's going and these people ain't going to be, trying to, look out for other people in that day. Everybody's going to be looking out for themselves, man. Like I said, man, neighbors going to be invading each other's houses. They smelling, they ain't ate a couple days and they smelling their neighbor got food. They're going to be raiding each other, man. All right. These people are going to be eating each other. Cannibalism is going to return. Okay. It says, verse 20, "And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and they shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm." Right. Cannibalism is going to be in big effect when this famine truly hits America, man. All right? Just like what happened during 70 AD, man. when Esau, when the Romans, they pretty much boarded off Jerusalem. All right, you had those Israelites that were trapped within them walls, man. Hey, they was eating the leather off the tree, or not the trees, eating the leather off their shoes, eating the bark off the trees, and eventually, hey, they were eating their children, man. And you're already going to see that take place because hey, these people that love McDonald's, these different fast food restaurants, man, they already been confirmed to have human meat in their food. So you're eating this food, you're already being conditioned without even knowing to eat human flesh. That's why you have them cravings for McDonald's all the damn time, man, because you want that flesh, man.
They already accustomed to it, so it ain't gonna be no.
Hell no.
This is you got all this stuff going on, and people still feel like they still can't make it. They can thrive, and that this stuff is not going to happen. This is second Ezra 16 and verse 18. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. We seen the beginning of famines. It's basically a shortage of basically everything. All right. It says in great death, the beginning of wars. Right when the C-19 popped off, you had different wars. You had Azerbaijan and I think the country called Armenia or something like that. But I know Azerbaijan is one of them. It says the beginning of wars. We see Taiwan, China, Russia, and countries like that. It says, and the power shall stand in fear, going into the elites. All right. It says the beginning of evil. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent for scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And the plagues are sent, but you still got Jake into this death style. They don't want to repent. They don't want to turn from that what they learned. What they came up in.
Yeah, man. Our people won't have to find out the hard way, man. Here it is, right out here giving you warning to turn back to the Lord before He opens up on this place. And our people gonna have to find out, man. We're speaking on the famine. All right, that's gonna be a major game changer for a lot of these people, man. Because these Americans that have been, so accustomed to just eat. They've never once thought about fasting or even doing intermittent fasting, man. They just, as soon as you get the urge to eat, they're gonna eat. That food is gonna be the major thing to make Jake fold to Esau, man. Once Esau takes away your right, I say your rights, but your ability to feed your family, and tells you that this is the only way you're going to be able to survive and buy food is you get this damn charagma. Our people going to run right. They're going to be in lines like they're waiting on Jordans or iPhones, man. So we're trying to tell our people now, look, man, trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, not in man. All right, the man's gonna fail you every single time, but the Lord is never gonna. He's never gonna pretty much leave you confounded, man.
Shit, look at what happened. What was that country? Sri Lanka. They over there. They going through with the gas prices and the like the food shortage. I think they had like 200 something people died or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find some more.
Cause this goes. Hey, the Lord ain't playing no more, man. Matter of fact, you brought out that second Ezra. Let me go back to that. Hey, prophecy is jumping off the page now, man. All right, and everything, especially second Ezra 15 and 16, man. That's living and breathing as we speak, man. All right. But this is real quick. Second Ezra 15 and 8. It says, "I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves." That's why we started the lesson out with that Amos 9 and 8, man. The eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. All right. So the Lord, he's not holding his tongue no more, man. He's letting shit go, man. And the amount of death that's been going on these last few years, man, it's only gonna ratchet up from here, man. It says, "Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood cry up unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually." We're constantly begging Yahweh by Shem Yahushua to bring this judgment so we can get the hell up out of here, man. Because as the scriptures tell you, hey, if the Lord, doesn't return, there's not going to be any flesh to be saved, man. So this is why he's shortening the days up, man. We were speaking about that how earlier, man. Time is moving so fast because the Lord is shortening the days so he can deliver us, man.
That article where people died. It says the death toll rose to 8 on Tuesday, and the unprecedented violence in Sri Lanka that erupted after supporters of the former Prime Minister Mahindi attacked peaceful anti-government protesters, demanding his ouster over the country's worst economic crisis that led to acute shortages. So basically, acute basically meaning like quick out of nowhere. It says shortages of staple food, fuel, and power, and they saying that we see in the food shortage, fuel, gas is at an all-time high, and power also going into the power going to the EMPs and stuff like that. It says over 200 people have also been injured in the violence in Colombo and other cities. But that's just the point. We see in violence, we see in the shortages going into what you just brought out, bro. It was it said the Lord wasn't going to hold His tongue concerning the wickedness. We seeing the word coming to fruition. I got another precept. This is it's Isaiah 55 verse 11. It says, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. Hey, so the Lord going into the scriptures, He's gonna do His pleasure, and that's what we're seeing. It's not gonna. He said it's not gonna return to Him void. So it's actually going to be brought into account. It's going to be brought into fruition. Right. Regardless of how someone feels about the prophecies, they're coming to pass. The end is manifest.
We see it.
Yeah.
And to add on to you, because we're in the time now where the Lord is making moves, man. Psalms 119 and 126. It says, "It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law." All right. And the Lord he's making everything happen, man, because we're in the time of the end. All right, Esau, it's about to be curtains for this damn devil, man. All right, because now is the time for the Lord to bring judgment upon this wicked man for all the atrocity that he's done on the earth, and to bring judgment upon the wicked of our people as well, man. Because it made void the law of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Every single day, it's another middle finger to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and His commandments, because this devil wants to be put in the seat as the Most High, man. But you see, the Most High is gonna humble you, damn devils, and you proud ass wicked niggas too, man. Because like I said, now is the time for the Lord to work. Now is the time where judgment is going out and prophecy is coming to pass, man. Because hey, it's the spirit. We going into the current events or whatnot, but I got a notification from customers that they're not going to be able to shop paying with cash or card anymore, man. So what's that showing you, man? They're ready to bring in the Karagma, man. All right, we brought it out of camp last week. That over 90% of these countries have all leaned towards the digital currency, man. So we're right here at the cusp of everything pretty much shifting to this digital system, So at the time for game playing and dragging your feet, knuckle dragging and all that, pussyfooting, all that shit is done, man. The Lord is making moves, man. And so if you can see it in the spirit, now is the time for you to be getting yourself right with Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. You got anything else?
That was it, bro.
We can end with Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. You'll read down to 2 and 1 end with that. And the game playing is over with, man. All right? It's either get right or get left, man.
It's Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Right. It says, remember the Lord in the days of thy youth, man. All right? While you still have the ability to come and serve the Lord, man, you're supposed to be making full assurance of that opportunity, man, giving all diligence to your calling of election, man. All right? What's the other precept going into that? By dealing with the salvation, I forget how it's quoted. But anyways, the Spirit, bring it out. But pretty much, you got to make, full assurance of the calling that you've been given, man. All right? Because we don't know if we're chosen. This is why we're out here doing what we're doing, making these lessons, man. Constantly, praying, fasting, talking to the Lord, man, being brotherly to our fellow laborers, man, because we want salvation, man. And we see what's going on, because the evil days are here. All right? And if you want to continue to drag your feet, then you're going to be left on the outside looking in. And once those doors are shut, man, it's it for you, man. Y'all quoted that one, but there's another one I was trying to think of too, dealing with salvation, but it's all good. They said the same thing. So we just wanted to put that out in the spirit, just go into a few topics through the spirit, and just continue to be on our watch, man. Keep you brothers edified and you sisters that watch too, and just, making sure that we're doing our part and showing Yahweh Shem Yahushua that, hey, we're watching and we're waiting for him to return so we can be delivered, man. So with that, we can close this lesson out. We want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakar. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth and that rule well. And peace and salutation to the elect until next time we say Shalom.
Shalom.